Now we'll start with the bailment and pledge after getting done with indemnity and guarantee. This will be the second unit that will be dealing with in the special contracts. So first, before trying to answer questions, I would like to focus on the term bailment because bailment constitutes 80% of this unit, 80 to 90% almost. So first we'll start focusing on the term bailment and then we'll go on to the term pledge, solve questions therein, and we are sorted. Now first of all, starting with the term bailment, now what do we mean by the term bailment? First of all, this is originated from the word bailer. Now, bailer is technically a French word, French origin. And what does the term bailer mean? Bailer means to deliver, right? So the term bailer refers to deliver. Let us try and understand what the definition of bailment says. It is obviously something to do with the delivery of goods, right? So section 148 defines it. Section 148 puts bailment in perspective for us. It says the delivery of goods, right? So over here the term goods is very very important. The delivery of goods by one person. This one person over here is nothing but the bailer to another. Another guy is known as the bailee for some purpose. And this happens upon a contract. That they shall be, they refers to over here nothing but goods, that they shall be when the purpose is accomplished. That they shall be when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of. Dispose of कैसे करेंगे? According to what? To the directions of whom? Of the person delivering them. काफी बड़ा डेफिनेशन है. अब एक एक चीज पकड़ पकड़ के समझने की ट्राई करते हैं. यहाँ सबसे पहली बात डिलीवरी, गुड्स by one person to another, some purpose, upon a contract, that they shall be, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering it. Now let us break this down part by part. Right. So one of the important features is delivery. First, one of the most important feature is delivery. So as we had learned in our foundation that the delivery can be actual, फिर symbolic and constructive. ठीक है. So there are practically three types of deliveries that we can actually initiate. One is actual delivery, when you hand over the goods; symbolic, when something is handed over which symbolizes the delivery; and constructive, that we had studied. One of the better examples is constructive delivery is nothing but the other person would have it in the possession, right? So the constructive delivery, you do something. For example, if you remember the warehouse receipt, wherein the name is being changed from the seller to the buyer, is nothing but an example of constructive delivery. So there are three types of deliveries that we have learned. So there is delivery of goods, right? So goods yani, as per the definition given in section 2 subsection 7 of the Sale of Goods Act, goods refers to only movable property. It refers to only movable property. Now, if we try to recollect what Soga had said, goods refers to all types of movable property apart from money and actionable claims. It includes growing crops, shares, growing crops, grass, stocks and shares, things attached to and forming part of the land which are severed or agreed to be severed upon the contract of sale. So over here, immovable property does not come under the contract of bailment, because the definition of bailment as per section 148 says that the delivery of the goods by one person to another for some purpose upon a contract, that they shall be, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering them. So the definition very clearly sorts out that it is only with respect to goods. Now one person, who is this guy? One person, he is the bailer, who delivers the goods, right, to another. Who is this another guy? Bailee, to whom the goods are delivered, right? So bailer yani person giving the goods, bailee is the person who is receiving the goods for some purpose, right? For some purpose, yani there has to be some purpose. The purpose can be anything. It can be as simple as repair, safe custody, delivered to somebody else, courier kar dena. There is, the list goes on and on and on and on, right? For the purpose of use by the other person, kuch bhi. So there is some purpose for which the contract has been entered into, right? I'll throw light upon each of these points as we go along. Now, upon a contract, so for the bailment can be by means of an express contract, or can occur by means of an implied contract as well, right? I'll take this up all the points, don't worry. How everyone would be wondering that there can be an implied contract of bailment. Yes, it's very much possible. We'll be working on that as well. Now, that they shall be, when the purpose is accomplished, returned, right? So returning or disposing of. So returning and disposing of the goods is also important on accomplishment of the purpose, right? अब हम लोग सबके लिए कुछ छोटे छोटे केसेस ले लेते हैं विच इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ओवर हियर, राइट? डिलीवरी का एक बहुत फेमस केस है. If I recollect it properly, it is Kali Perumal versus Vishalakshi, right? A very famous case. So with respect to delivery, I would be starting with a case. Let's try and understand the concepts first, then the answers would become very easy to deliver. So first we'll start with delivery. Let us say there is one, this highlighter again, right? Let us say example number one, I'll be taking all examples and connecting it to the headings given above. So let us say there's one Miss Bushra, then she goes to a jeweler. So the jeweler's name is say Mr. Ayush, right? Ayush Jewelers. Right. Now she's very fond of jewelries and she wants to give some raw gold and wants to get converted, that to be converted to a jewelry, a piece of jewelry, a design that she had chosen at Ayush Jewelers. So this is the case. So technically conversion of raw gold into jewelry has to be done. The piece of art that Mr. Ayush would be making at Ms. Bushra's request, and Bushra would be paying for that. So this is again a typical case of bailment, right? Now over here, but Bushra is very very conservative in her thought process and she doesn't believe anyone. So she told Mr. Ayush that we have to have a safety locker at the shop, right? There has to be a safety locker at the shop, right? Bushra would come every day and see the work get done. At evening, the semi-finished work would be kept in a locker and she would take the keys along. Next day also she brings the keys along morning and the work starts. That is how the idea was. Over here, one fine night, there was a robbery at jeweler's store and lot of jewelry got stolen along with Bushra's jewelry, right? That semi-finished work. Now Bushra is saying over here, Bushra's contention is she is the bailer, Mr. Ayush is the bailee, the giver of the goods and the receiver of the goods, the bailer and the bailee respectively. Hence, if anything happens to the goods when in the custody of bailee, the bailee is responsible for loss of such goods. अच्छी बात है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, लेकिन कष्ट कहाँ है? Ayush had a very clear argument. He said semi-finished work would be kept in a locker and she would take the keys along. And this happened at night, and at that time Bushra had the keys. So did the delivery took place? The answer was the delivery did not took place. So is it a case of bailment? First of all, the delivery part is missing. If you see the term symbolic, the keys were with Bushra, that is the bailer, so-called bailer. So it cannot be termed at all as a contract of bailment. As the definition says, the delivery of goods by one person to another. This never ever happened. And Ayush's contention was right. The delivery never took place. And Ayush is not responsible for any loss of goods in his custody because the goods never belonged in his custody. Right. This is a classic case of Kali Perumal versus Vishalakshi. Very, very famous case. Right. If you want, you can just note it down. Kali Perumal versus Vishalakshi is the name of the case. That is example number one, dealing with delivery. Right. Second is our term goods. Very simple. Right. Over here, I won't be doing any elongated case, but I would just like to say for your clarification, money kept in bank locker, sorry, bank account, money kept in bank account, does it amount to a contract of bailment? The answer is no, it does not amount, because money does not fit into the definition of goods part 1. And second thing is, if you read the definition very carefully, that they shall, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed. Right. So over here, are we talking about return of specific goods? The answer is no. Right. We're not talking about return of specific goods, because there is the term movable property and money kept in bank account. अच्छा, आप क्या बोलोगे बैंक वाले को? That I had deposited 10 rupee notes, I want the same 10 rupee notes back. No, my dear friend, first of all, money doesn't amount to goods part 1, and there is no specific you can say return of goods that is contemplated when we are keeping the money at bank, right? So here we sort that out as well. Now going ahead a little, purpose. So there can be multiple purposes. I said courier में आपने goods दिया, वो एक bailment contract हो गया. Repair, safe custody, converting raw gold into jewelry, right? All these are examples of bailment. Giving a piece of cloth to be converted to a shirt, वो भी एक हो गया example of bailment का, right? The contract of bailment can be express or implied. ये मजे वाली बात है, right? So if you give the television set at your house for the purpose of repairs, it's an express contract of bailment. But how does an implied contract of bailment arise? That's the fun part. Now, for the purpose of implied contract of bailment, I would like to take the case of Baswa KD Patil versus State of Mysore. What happened over here? Let us say at Mr. Ayush's house, a robbery took place, right? And the goods were stolen, right? Some jewelry and stuff was stolen, right? So the police from the robber recovered such pieces of jewelry and stuff, right? ये बहुत सारा कुछ चोरी हो गया था आयुष के घर से, right? And the police managed to recover all this, lot of goods, right? Now, not further drawing much goods, we'll come to this part of the tale, right? So police were able to procure such goods back from the robber and was kept in police custody. Now, meanwhile, over here, police are having the goods. Ayush comes over there. Obviously, there has to be necessary documentation. That these goods belong to Ayush, proof show karna, ID card dikhana, writing an affidavit and undertaking stating that the goods belong to me, all the documentation. Well, meanwhile, as Ayush was going through documentation and was very happy that the police has got the goods for him, right, and took it from the robber, the goods were stolen from the police station. ये नेक्स्ट लेवल हो गया भाई, ठीक है, हंसने की जरूरत नहीं है, हुआ है ऐसे. So the goods got stolen from the police station. Now Ayush filed a suit. इसको अलग कलर में दिखाना पड़ेगा. Ayush filed a suit on the police people stating that it was a contract of bailment, an implied contract of bailment. So the moment police takes the goods in the custody, right, an implied contract of bailment has arisen, and now the bailee, the police over here has become the bailee by default. Am I right? So the police has become the bailee. Mr. Ayush without the contract has become the bailer, right? So by default bailer का relation establish हो गया, and as the bailee lost the goods, right, the police station से चोरी हो गया, and then the police was held liable for the purpose under the implied contract of bailment. Sounds really funny, but yes, it did happen, and it was a pretty famous case, as I told you, and that establishes the rule of implied contract of bailment. One more implied contract of bailment, if you recollect, was under, let me just try to put it over here, if you remember, in foundation section 71, right? Section 71 क्या है? Finder of lost goods stands in the position of a bailee, right? The finder of the lost goods stands in the position of a bailee. तो वो भी क्या हो गया? Implied contract of bailment. तो finder of lost goods पे भी आएंगे, यहाँ connection बैठेगा ही बैठेगा bailment में उसका. So this is one thing, that the contract of bailment can be either express or implied, right? Now the last part, returning back. So you give a piece of cloth, and from the same piece of cloth you want a shirt to be made. So returning of specific goods on accomplishment of the purpose or on lapse of specified time, or on lapse of specified time. So you give certain goods for the purpose of safe custody for a period of 1 month. If 1 month is over, the goods need to be returned back by the bailee to the bailer. तो ये हो गया हमारा introduction to the contract of bailment. जल्दी जल्दी से रश करते हैं. Bailer is a French word which means to deliver. Section 148, what does it say? The delivery of goods by one person to another for some purpose upon a contract, that they shall be, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering it. What are the cues we take from this important definition of bailment? Delivery, actual, constructive, symbolic, कुछ भी हो लेकिन delivery of goods होना चाहिए, right? सेकंड है गुड्स, यानी ओनली मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी becomes a part of this, and nothing apart from movable property such as money will also not form a part of it. Actionable claims will also not form a part of it. Immovable property will also not form a part of the contract of bailment for a given purpose. It can be an express or an implied contract. We got that funny case of implied contract. Funny though it may seem to be, but it was very serious. Now coming to the last part, returning and disposing of, right? So it can be either returned back or disposed of according to the instructions. आप courier करते हैं, is the goods returned back to you? Obviously that's not the purpose, guys. It has to be disposed of, यानी given to the person whom you intended to deliver the goods, right? So वो हो गया हमारा example of courier where the goods are disposed of to a third person. Returning back, मैंने कपड़ा दिया, so they made a shirt for me and gave it back to me. So ये हो गया हमारा introduction to bailment.